Hello. Please, for the greenhouse, it starts from here. You know, for you to cultivate any plant, a plant that has seeds and that needs to be nursed, you start from the nursery. So our nursery is down there, but because we plant in soilless, we plant in something that is not soil, cocoa peat and others. You have to make sure we prepare everything here. So this is where we do our nursery. We fill our nursery trays here. We do the seeding here, then carry it to the nursery where they have to be raised. So it starts from here, and we have our greenhouse manager, greenhouse supervisor, who if in case you want him to maybe go through the whole process with you, he will lead you in how they do it here. So I'll hand over the mic to.
So my brother said earlier, this is where the nursery starts. Okay, so we have something called cocoa peat and cocoa peat.
Cocoa peat.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's made of coconut fiber that hacks. They mill it and treat it very, very well before they bring it here. So what we do here is, you can see the tanks there. Yeah. We fill them in that tanks and we flash with much water to reduce the acidic content. So we call something pH. Okay, so we have to check. You'll be flashing now. You'll be checking the pH of the cocoa peat. Okay, and the pH ranges from 7.0 to 7.5. Okay, so if we get that range, meaning it's okay to bag and move it to our tunnels to seed or to plant in. So that's what we do here.
All right. So from here.
Cocoa peat, yeah.
Okay. Do you import or you get from?
No, we buy from Accra. In Ghana, so we buy from Accra.
Are you sure? Yesterday.
Okay, Uncle Patrick, let's go.
Okay.
To the next stage.
Okay.
From where into?
Me just say.
Okay, so we use the same to seed our. You can see the seed trays there.
Let's
we have
get
the
closer. Let's
okay.
get closer.
An expert, that's Sefa, who does that for us. Okay, and you compress it so that in case you are watering, it should be splashing so that the seed should not come out. Okay, so we do it like this very well. They compress it very well, and we insert the seed. So if this the seed, this one is pepper. A chili pepper.
Which pepper?
Chili pepper, yeah.
And it's pink.
Yeah, it's coated, yeah. It's coated one, treated one.
Please, this white, is it a pecola? What is the white inside?
Oh no, it's a sack. Yeah, the debris of
Is there
that.
any other substance in the cocoa peat, like manure or anything?
No, please, just raw. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So what you do is like this, and you need, if you are inserting the seed, it should not go too deep, because if it goes too deep, the germination will be very, very hard. Okay. It will not germinate very well. So we just do it like this, something small, and we just put the seed on this side, and we just cover it like this. Yeah, one per hole. Okay. So we call this one cells. Okay. This one is cells. So we put one per cell. Okay. After that, we water it and send it to our nursery. Yeah, so that's.
So you water them here before you move.
We send it to our
yes.
Then we send it to the nursery. So that's what we do there.
How many these things do we have?
Okay, some of them we have 128, some of them we have 50, and some of them we have 75. So this one I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 50. This one is the 50.
This is 50.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
And we have 120. That's the small ones there. 128.
Okay.
Yeah.
These ones sound smaller.
Yeah, this one is a 128. Okay, and this one is a 50.
But what's the difference? Why is some smaller and some bigger? Does it make any difference?
Yes, because you can see economically wise, this one cannot contain more seeds, and it's also contain more cocoa peat compared to this one.
So this is better.
This one is better. Yeah.
Do you use different? Are these for different crops and these for different?
No,
crops, or
no,
planting?
plant any of the crops in them. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Pastor, when do we go next?
Just after seeding, we move them that very day. Yeah, we can pass it.
Have you finished harvesting everything? I see. Oh my goodness.
We go inside.
From the other side.
We bring it here.
This is the nursery.
Yeah, it is the nursery. So after that, from the other side, we
What are
bring
you
it here.
nursing now?
This one we have tomato, we have varieties of pepper and others. Yeah. So they are ready for transplantation.
How long would they be? How long would they be in the nursery before you move them to their main?
Okay, it depends. Pepper, you can see pepper like this. It doesn't grow very faster compared to cucumber and tomato. Okay, but for tomato is probably about 1 month to 1.5 1.5 months. Then it starts to be Then it starts to be transplanted. Yes. But for cucumber, it's just 7 days to 8 days. Yes, you transplant. 7 days to 8 days, then you transplant. Okay. So we have our nursery madam too. If maybe you allow her to.
Madam Nursery?
Yeah, he's the nursery madam. Nkola mami.
No, there's another.
Okay.
Just don't talk, okay?
Okay.
So my boss taught us how we do the tray work at the other side. So after that, we carefully pick our seeds and plant them inside. So when we are done with that side, we bring it here. After here, pepper takes like 1 week before it starts germinating. Cucumber, some 2 days, some 3 days. So when you carefully, so tomatoes like 3 to 1 month, 3 weeks to 1 month. And when you look on the labels, you can see the day that we planted them. The pepper on the floor here is 9th of this month. So it's now germinating and it's up. And these ones, they are also there. So it depends on the variety and how fast they can be able to be ready for transplanting. So
And you water?
yes, we water morning, afternoon, sometimes afternoon and morning, evening. That is when we do. We do our neem extracts here for the pests. So they are inside that bottle there. That's the only thing for the pests. We only use neem extracts. Yes, please.
Okay.
Fertilizer, no.
Please let me add a little to it. We conduct a lot of research here. That is why we have. Okay, that is why we have our research and development officer here. We do a lot of trials. Currently, these tomato seedlings we are doing there is for Kabi trial. They want to know because there is this insect that usually attack tomato, tutor. Maybe I know some people who are into tomato knows it. It's tutor. So they have a biological agent or biological control method. They have an insect that feed on the tutor. So this particular one is going to be used for that particular trials. So it is going to use 10 of our tunnels. So you can see some of our tunnels are empty. They started the transplanting today and they have to make sure they finish today. So they are going to use Nesidiocoris. It's an insect that feed on the tutor. So they will introduce it into the system using 4 tunnels. Then we use another 4 tunnels as a control. So for that one, we use our normal insect control method. Then we compare the yield and the effect on the tutor on them. So as we will move with the supervisor, he'll be showing you the Kabi trial tunnels that we are currently undergoing. Okay. So that is what is happening here.
All right. Okay, so what do we have here?
We have tomato, and the variety is KSP 1724 F1. KSP, that's what they brought from India. It's from India.
The seed is from India?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the seed is from India.
So that's what they're also using this for the trial.
Yes, we are using it for the trials. So we have to try it first and see if there is a good variety, a yielding variety before we use for the trials. So that's what we are doing.
Why don't you plant in the soil? Why are you planting?
No, the only problem is about nematode infestation. And if you know it's a confined area, so if nematode immediately it attack, it will spoil everything.
So this soil is treated soil before you use?
Yeah, that's the cocoa pit
that's
we
the
said.
cocoa pit.
Yes,
Okay,
we don't
okay,
soilless.
okay.
Yeah.
So why are you not allowing us inside?
No, because you carry pathogens and
We are carrying
others.
pathogen.
But yeah, sure.
Well, did you see pathogen?
You can't see pathogen with your eyes, so yeah.
So when you are okay.
Yeah.
So your greenhouses, are they temperature controlled?
No, please. No.
Okay. All right.
So what is controlled in the greenhouse? The
Like
greenhouse is No, it's an environment.
Environment,
where you
yeah,
can control most of the factors.
Yeah.
So what factors are you controlling
It
here?
is about minimizing pest infestation and others.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The rest is natural.
Yeah, it's natural.
Thank you.
Because mostly for plants, it's only pests and maybe fungal infection and others that mostly destroy plants. So that's what we are controlling.
All right.
Yeah. Fertigation tanks.
What is the purpose of this tank?
Okay, the purpose of this tank is, for the open field, sometimes they use hose and others to do watering, and sometimes watering can. But here, this is what we use here. We've connected it into the tunnel. Okay, so immediately we want to supply water or we want to apply fertilizer, we mix in this tank and we open the outlet and straightly it goes to the plant. So that's
You
what we
pour
do.
your fertilizer in the tank?
Yeah, we mix. Okay, we do our calculation, we mix. This one is 1,000 liters, okay? So we do our calculation, the number of fertilizer we have to apply per tunnel, and we mix it in a bucket. We fill the tank, 1,000 liters, we pour into it. It mix, we stir it inside, we open the outlet and it flows through the drips.
Okay.
Yeah.
The water, is it borehole?
Yeah, it's borehole. We even have one here. We saw one here. So we have some boreholes. About 5 or boreholes.
So I want to ask a question.
Yes.
For the greenhouse, we are still mentioning diseases and pests.
Yeah.
So why should I choose greenhouse and not the open field?
Yes, and the greenhouse too, if you choose the greenhouse, it's all year round cultivation. It's all year round. We don't have the major and minor season because we have irrigation. We have what's the name? Boreholes that supplies water all the time. Yeah, so that's.
So if I have borehole on the open field, I can do all year.
Yeah, you can do all year round.
I don't need a greenhouse.
No, because of that one too. Here, the pest and disease infestation comes in here.
So let's please take
Yeah.
us through advantage of greenhouse over open field.
Okay.
And then we will be able to decide. Those of us, our pocket is not.
Okay. Okay. So the advantage is, as Madam said, if he has the borehole in open field, he can do all year round. It's true, but you cannot control most pests in the open field compared to the greenhouse. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it means you will still get pests, but it's limited.
It's limited. Okay. And immediately, if even the pest entered and maybe you spray it, they don't have anywhere to run. So at all costs, they are going to die. Very sure.
Why are all your greenhouses white? Because I've seen some black. I've been to some places and say black. And why is all of yours white?
That one, you see, for black too, you see, we normally say black attracts this thing heat.
All right.
Okay, and the green we don't have a temperature regulator around, so that's why we choose so that the sun intensity should not be all this thing for the plant.
Right. Please, what is the cost of putting house one greenhouse?
Hey. That's one unless you ask my boss. Yeah. Unless you ask my boss, yeah.
Okay, but the materials used for constructing the greenhouse, can I locally outsource them or less? That one to you have imported?
Yeah, unless you
Somebody they be import.
Yeah, import. Sure.
All right. Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So where are we moving now?
We have some habanero pepper here, so
All
we
right.
can
So
move to that place.
let's.
Okay, we have habanero pepper here. Locally, we call it paposhito.
The real paposhito or the other one?
The paposhito.
The real one?
Yeah, sure. So,
round one.
okay, so the variety, this one is from Netherlands. Okay, the variety is Loleza, RZ. RZ, Loleza.
Oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please, the water that you use to water, is it the irrigation?
Yeah.
Are you mixing it with some nutrient or it's just normal water?
No, we give normal water, and if it is time to give nutrients, we mix with fertilizer. Yeah, that's what we do. Drip.
Through drip irrigation.
Sure.
We just
In
mix
that
the
blue
chemical
container.
in,
Yeah.
and then we just release and then.
Oh, okay.
How often do you go inside?
Normally, the workers, for me, daily, because I have to come in and just see how the plants are doing. Maybe if there is disease infestation or pest infestation, then we see what to do about that. Yeah. So. Excuse me. Okay.
What are the precautions you take before you enter the greenhouse?
Okay, for here like that, we don't allow anybody to enter, only the staffs, because we sanitize ourselves before we enter. Okay, we have the PPEs and other sanitized boots and other things we sanitize before they enter to work. Yeah.
Okay. Please,
But
space like this, what is the yield?
the yield for this one, I can say sometimes we can harvest like a ton. Yes, sure. We can harvest a ton per tunnel. Per tunnel. Yes. A ton per tunnel. Yeah. The crops, yeah.
So, are you done with us?
Someone is asking. Okay.
Do you do weed control?
Sometimes you can stubborn weeds can just, especially this in the this is cyperus, especially the stubborn weed, because you see it's a bare floor and we just laid, because of the weed control, we laid the rubber. But you know cyperus is a stubborn weed, so sometimes they just come out and penetrate through the distance. So
Okay.
sometimes
It's not cement, it's rubber.
yeah, it's rubber. And we also have gravels too.
So sometimes we just remove, when you see weeds, then you just remove
them. Yeah.
because we don't need them there.
Yeah.
That is it.
So this is how many months?
Oh, this one we've harvested about getting to 7-8 months now.
Hey, it's
Yeah, so that's why you are seeing it going tall like that. Yeah.
Maybe sometimes we put chippings there.
The lifespan now I can say about 7-8 months now. At least by 10 or 9 months we have to discard it because it will not produce
The
more
reason
yield
why
again.
currently
So
we
have
don't
to
want
discard it.
visitors
Yeah.
to also enter is that we are currently producing under organic system.
Yeah.
So you know, for the organic, sometimes the things that we use to control pests and diseases are not, the efficacy is not as high as the synthetic chemicals. So we don't want to see the disease at all, or see the to minimize the pest also, in order to avoid
Let's go to the open field.
invading another's.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, so now we can move to the
After,
open
we'll
field.
get
So,
Can you use soil?
Let's go to the open field.
Okay.
no,
So
don't
for the
sir.
open field, then
No,
our
sir.
supervisor will lead us. Listen. So this potato, the variety is called Beauregard. Beauregard.
Okay.
Okay. So, Sister Yona was asking me, why did you plant it like this? This is what we call multiplication. We are doing multiplication. From here, we cut it to the food. Yeah. We just need the vines. We don't need the potato. Because now we are entering rainy season. So, if during dry season, what the farmer is supposed to do is that we need to do multiplication. So that during the rainy season, you can cut from here to the food. So we'll go to the food. So this is we call multiplication. I hope.
Okay, please. Since you don't want the potato itself,
Yeah.
how many weeks would the multiplication vines take before you finish cutting them?
This one it take 2 weeks, depending what you do.
Okay.
Because one you have to be spraying every week so that you get the more vines to
Move to the field.
the fruit. Foliar, any foliar chemical that you have. Yeah.
All right.
What are you?
We water every day.
What is food?
It's like fertilizer. Yeah.
This is potatoes, and is the
Spray you have to use.
Yeah, if you need the vines fast, you make sure you spray with foliar
You don't
fertilizer.
need a vine in there.
But that means you need the vine because you can't wait. You have to be fast and get the vine so that you transplant because you are in rainy season. You understand?
okay. So please, the last question: in which month should I begin doing my multiplication vines so that I'll meet the main rains? Then I cut and move.
January.
January.
Yeah.
Okay.
Start multiplication in January.
January.
Okay. All right. Any more question before we proceed?
Yeah, and since you said it takes 2 weeks, so January by February we should be transplanting, or?
Yeah, but let me tell you something.
Okay,
If it
tell
take
me.
2 weeks, if it take 2 weeks to go and transplant, because our farm is big. So let's assume that it's 2 weeks and we are seeing the vines and it's not raining. What we're supposed to do, we need to recut and go and do another multiplication. So at the rainy season, you can get more vines.
Okay.
Called Turia.
What?
Turia.
Urea.
Yeah. Turia.
It's a species of what?
It's India's lemon food.
It is produced
it's a
for
food.
India.
India's, yeah.
A vegetable.
They use it for, you can use it for stew. Yeah.
It's green, right?
Yeah, it's green, long.
Very
Yeah.
long.
It's different from bitter gourd.
Longer than
It's longer than the.
Yeah, it's longer than cucumber. Yeah. Yeah.
So why do you have the bamboo sticks all over?
Because you cannot have it on the ground.
Okay.
So this is the best way you have to do. If the fruit start coming, you will see. But if it is the ground, the pest, that's
They
why
will
we just
worry it.
that's why we just hang it. So during the harvesting, we just cut.
So because it's for Indians, you export it to India.
Yeah, we export.
I see.
No, you can like it. It's not like cucumber.
Is there any market also that sells some here?
Yeah, when you go to Accra Mall, you will get some.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the maturity?
This one is 1.5 months. Yeah.
That's about 5 weeks.
Factories.
Then it's ready.
Even what we are seeing here, we didn't apply any fertilizer.
Okay.
But you can see it's growing.
It's maturing.
So do you nurse it before planting?
Is that? We don't nurse now. We just do straight.
Direct planting.
Direct planting.
Okay.
We are the potato side. What is different from what is here? I told you people at that place we need only multiplication.
Yes.
But here we need a potato. That's why you can see the ridges. So this is how we do it. After planting, 1 week, you cross check if it germinates, then you apply fertilizer. Yeah.
How do you check it?
You go around, you see. This is not how it is before you transplant. Like you can see the leaves. It is like this, so you can see the leaves.
If it doesn't go after 1 week,
It will grow.
What are these white things?
What you are seeing is fertilizer. Yeah. So after planting, if you want to apply the fertilizer, you put it, then you recover it. Put it, then you recover it.
With this one, you use the granular fertilizer.
Yes.
Do you have them fully organic produce here?
Yeah, we do. But it's separate from where we do.
Boss,
Please have it. When you want to talk, just raise your hand and.
okay. Sometimes some people use the single beds rather than this one. Yeah, rather than this one. And I want to know the difference with that than that of this one.
Okay, this is what we were taught.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
And that one, when you go, you see that how did they plant? They plant once.
Yes.
They plant once.
Yes.
But this one we are plant. At first, when we started, we have been doing it one. By time came, then we realized that no, we have big ridges. Why are we planting one? We should plant two. But when we started doing the harvesting, you get more.
More. Okay.
That's why you can see nobody plant potato like this. They plant only the middle, but we are doing two.
Okay.
Are they bigger?
Yeah.
So
There are things that you do, then you will get the result.
So in terms of quantity, you get it.
Yeah.
okay, boss.
Yeah.
So is this the purple or the orange fresh?
This is the orange
flesh.
fresh, the birigard.
Sorry?
Birigard, orange fresh.
Okay.
It's different from the purple.
All right. And he had a question that he didn't ask. He was asking about the quantity. How many bags or kilograms or tons do you get from? Yes.
Me, I'm not good in that, so maybe
You're not good in that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
But you say you know what you do. Like, what do you that this two system ensure that you get big yields?
Okay, this is what we do. When you transplant after 1 week, you see that it germinates, you apply fertilizer. You will leave it maybe 1 month, then you start spraying. You can use foliar fertilizer, you can use the potassium. And one thing to make sure you control the weeds, very important. If you didn't control the weed, at the end of the day, you can't get the result. And you know, farming, the most difficult thing is the weeding. So this is what we do. Have you seen the middle? We can see that the weeds, some of the weeds are dying. Here we find it very difficult to get people to come and weed. So we have some stuff that we do. As we transplant, the weeds are coming. People have to come and weed, but we are not seeing them. So we use glyphosate to control, control the middle. But at the top, we use another chemical that control all the broad leaves. It controls only these ones. The chemical control only these ones.
And please, on one ridge, what is the plant population? On one ridge.
Unless we ask the agronomist, yeah.
Mr. Agronomist, please, we need you here.
Microphone.
Hello. You know the fertilizer farms, they use rubber, plastic bag to control the weeds. Is it also good for?
It is good, yeah.
Okay.
That one is
the
perfect.
Best, because most pineapple farms they use the
because of the weeds that they are doing. Yeah.
Okay.
So we want to know the plant population of one ridge.
Okay. It will depend on the length of the ridge. So we just have to count the one up to the end. So when you look at this, it is about 20 centimeters. So if you have the length, you just divide it by 20. You just divide it by 20 centimeters, and you are going to get it. I think an acre is about 18,000 or
18,500.
18,500 plants.
Okay.
Yes, that will cover an acre.
And when you harvest,
it's 8 tons. 8 tons.
Per ridge.
Oh no, for the acre.
For the acre.
Yes.
Market price.
That one, unless you go to the office. We are here to produce. Yes. And the 8 tons is not the highest you can get to. That is an average. Depending on your protocols. If you do it well, you get more than that. You see that we've lost some plant here.
Yes.
That means when we tell you maybe this plant will not be counted when we are harvesting. So if you make sure you get all your plants alive, you get more than what we are expecting. That is it. So planting in production, plant population is very key. If you get your plant population right, you get it. If you plant maize and you get 50% germination, and you are supposed to get maybe 10 bags per acre, definitely at the start you've lost half. You are going to get 5. So if you don't get good rain, you are going to lose again. So at the end, you get maybe 2 bags per acre, and you say you went to farming and it failed. Yes, that is it. So any more question about agronomy?
The vines. If we harvest, can we cut and replant?
Like there will not be, the environment will not be conducive for it to be on the field till the planting season. Okay. It will be in the dry season and they will die.
Right. So
yes.
We have to come back and buy another one.
Because you cannot keep it. Right. You will not have it.
Please repeat your question.
I'm asking, when I come to buy the vines from Maflis and I plant, if it's matured and I'm harvesting, can I cut the leaves, keep it, and then replant again, or I have to come and buy fresh vines?
This is what you're supposed to do. Okay. After harvesting, you can do your own multiplication in the house.
How?
You can cut it and go and plant and be watering it. Finish.
The irrigation you said.
Okay.
Yes.
So, place a question. What is the maturity period for
the potatoes?
It's 3 months.
3 months. So this one that you've planted, it will take 3 months before it's ready for harvest.
That's right.
Please, which country do you export the potatoes to?
Portugal.
Portugal.
Portugal, Germany. That's what. Yeah.
And the Netherlands.
Okay, so Mr. Victor, where do you go next?
We'll go to the.
So about like cassava and sweet potatoes, for that one, because they are cuttings, when you cut from this plant and plant, it's the same thing. It doesn't change.
The variety is Scabanchi. This is the name. Scabanchi. You use it for Gary? 8 months.
Oh yes.
Please, what time of the year is good for planting Scabanchi?
During the rainy season.
Okay.
If you are not with us.
And what are some of the agronomy practices I should do to ensure, you know, the big size that I want from the plants?
Okay. This one, if you want to plant, you make sure you didn't plant too deep. Because at the end of the harvesting, you can get. You need to be. And if you are planting, you make sure you plant it slide.
Slide it.
I shouldn't do it
No,
direct.
it should not go down. Yeah.
This one, don't plant it on ridges.
No.
Didn't you plant this one on ridges? Because the last time, I remember I came to the farm and you planted some cassavas on ridges.
Okay.
Why is this one on just the flat land?
The reason why we plant that one on ridges is that place is a water lodge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And people normally say when you plant it on the ridges,
yeah,
when you are going to have it, you will get big. You will get big. It's not true. It's not true.
Okay. All right.
So I have a question. Do you process the leaves?
No.
You don't make any good use of the leaves.
You have use for it.
Okay.
But maybe in future we are thinking about bringing some livestock here. So maybe after harvesting, then we will collect the leaves and then feed them. So we are thinking about bringing a piggery here. So that is what we are trying, so that everything will be in a cycle.
That will go waste.
Yeah. When it becomes necessary, when we see that maybe the growth is not that good.
So I know cocoyam leaves, you have to, like my understanding is that cocoyam, you have to crop the cocoyam specifically for the leaves, because if you cut it, the cocoyam it affects the roots. Is that the same for cassava? And therefore we can't eat the leaves if we want cassava? Or you don't know because you don't eat the leaves?
No,
Okay. No,
okay. In science, I think the plants they prepare their food in the leaves. So when you are reducing this, you are reducing the rate of photosynthesis and it affects it. But for cassava, I think they don't take much of its leaves. So definitely it will affect it, but whether, I'm not sure it's going to be significant. Unless you cut the whole plant. Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Please, this is called Obaji.
In eggs, how many varieties do we have? I know the white one.
Yeah.
And then this one.
And the black one.
There's a black?
Yeah, there's black one.
It's more deeper than this one.
Okay. Okay.
So this one, how we started from, we do nursery.
Okay.
From nursery, and we bring it to the open food. Yeah.
Okay. So the aubergine versus the white one, which one do customers demand for more?
Both.
All moves?
Yeah.
Okay. So is this targeting the local markets?
Yeah, this one from local market. We send it to shopping mall.
Like the ShopRite?
Yeah, just ShopRite, yeah.
Okay. I see. What's the maturity this thing? How long does it take to mature and start bearing fruit after transplanting?
2 months.
2 months after transplanting. And how long will I harvest for before I need to discard the plant?
This one you can harvest for a year.
Hey!
Yeah. It depends on you. You can have, you see? Yeah, the irrigation. And sometimes you can, sometimes after, you see, this one we planted, that was January. Yeah. So we are harvesting how many?
We're in April now.
We're in April now.
And they are still flowers.
Yeah.
Still flowering.
They still have more weeks.
Yes.
So they are still growing.
Okay. Okay. Any question about the aubergine, please? All right.
So per acre, how many tons do you get when you harvest?
The aubergine gives us 4 to 5 tons per acre.
Over the period.
Yes, over the growing period. Yes, during its lifespan, 4 to 5 tons per acre.
All right. Please, how many? That's my last question. How many times can I grow the same crop on the same land before replacing with a different crop?
It's normally not advisable
That's what.
To repeat it.
Normally, when you continue that way, there's a disease buildup and also pest infestation. So normally you have to do crop rotation so that you'll be able to break the cycle of other pest and disease that are on the field.
So when I clear the aubergines, what's the next vegetable do you recommend?
You can plant, let's say, habanero, the chili, maybe okra or something.
But if you have one land and you are producing only one crop, you can be planting it several times by making sure that you add maybe some manure to the soil during the plowing and others. But in case you have a land where you cultivate this thing, you have tomato, you have pepper, it is advisable to interchange them, to rotate them, so that the pests that can affect this will not affect this. And you also bring the system where legumes will also be introduced so that they can fix the nitrogen that this one has used back to the soil before you plant another aubergine. Cowpea, soya beans, groundnut, and all those things. Those that are leguminous, they fix nitrogen into the soil. Example, the common one is what people call beans. Cowpea.
Break down English.
Yes.
All right. Any more questions? We are going for break. All right.
Oh, reptiles. Oh, for it's possible. They are possible. There are some things that we should, as a farmer, you should expect that they should be on the land. Okay. Some reptiles and others, but it is our prayer that we don't meet them.
Amen.
But okay, to add to that, it's also a way of,
yes. We have a nest.
So the ecosystem is also balanced. So you shouldn't clear all the snakes. You shouldn't clear all the insects. They should be there. And they also help because you might think that the snakes can cause harm, but one way or the other, they can also help to improve the ecosystem. Yeah. So and the insect too.